No. Good evening, everyone, or good morning it is. Welcome to a weekly message from Jesus. We bring you this message every week. I hope you tell your friends about it. Our Father is here. He is waiting. So let us begin. Hello, everybody. I come to you every week to speak with you. I know some of you listen. I know some of you pay attention, and I know some of you follow my words. Today, I would like to speak to you about failure. Now, there are many definitions of failure. Only you can really determine whether you have succeeded at something or whether you have failed. Now, I'd like to point out to you that everyone has many failures in their life. Failure builds a foundation for success. If you don't fail, then you do not understand what you need to do to succeed. You see, many of the great minds have failed many, many times. If you look at some of the great inventors of the world, you'll find that they've succeeded, but they've also failed many times more than they've succeeded. Now, there are many places that you can fail. You can fail in your personal life, but succeed in your business life. You can succeed in your personal life and fail in your business life. You see, there's many aspects to this. Failure is as you define it. Now, there can be major failures in how you live your life. If you fail to follow your life plan, then you will not succeed when you return to heaven. So you see, failure in your life plan is the most important failure that you have to consider. If you are failing in your life plan, make changes. Don't keep doing the same thing. Follow my words. I tell you that every week. Following my words will change failure to success. I know that many of you out there get tired of hearing me saying much the same thing, but I don't think I've talked to you about failure before. Many of you are approaching failure in your lives. If you started to become addicted to drugs, you're about to fail. If you decided to follow a life of crime, you're about to fail. Now, many of you that are addicted are following crime or hurting others or doing many of the things that are against my policies or words. You can change. You don't have to continue to fail. Make up your mind from this day forward to do what is right. You'll often find that doing what is right will keep you from failing. Now, many of you are involved in very many technical things. You're maybe you're developing computers or programs or maybe even very advanced weapons to kill as many people as you can. You may fail at those projects, or you may succeed. Many of the most evil people in this world have succeeded at making weapons that can kill many millions of people. That's not success. That's failure. The intent to hurt others and having the ability to do it is a failure. You're failing to follow my words. Now, it's one thing to have weapons to defend yourself. That's not a failure. Defending the innocent and those that need defense, that's always a success. Sometimes it's very difficult. Sometimes it's very easy. Success may be as easy as supporting your local lawmakers or police. Now, as I've said many times, there are some bad people that are on the police forces around the country, but there are by far the vast majority are wonderful people that are just trying to serve you. When you speak against lawmakers or peacemakers, you're failing. You're failing to understand that they are there for a reason. Oh, now if you do away with them, you're going to realize pretty quickly what your failings were because there are people that are dedicated to hurting others. They're failures. Criminals are failures. They wind up in jail. They sit in those buildings for many, many years, many until they die. Their failures had real consequences. Now, many of your personal failures, oh, they'll have consequences, but probably not as serious as you think they are. You need to build on your failures. You see, when I created humans, I could have made it that you never failed. But if I did that, then you would not have a foundation to build on. As you look around, I know that you think that there are many, many complicated things about being a human, and there are. It's meant that way. You knew when you chose to return as a human that you have many complications. You knew you'd have many failures, but you also knew that you would have successes. You see it as my intent that your successes far outnumber your failures. Sometimes many of your failures are brought about by your own actions. Perhaps you are nasty to others, and in turn, they return the nastiness to you. And because of the way you handle others, you don't succeed at your job. Well, you brought that failure on yourself. You need to be fair with everyone. You need to treat them with respect, and you need to understand that all of those people that you're around are going to fail at something. Many fail at a lot, many just fail at a few things. The ones that just fail for a few things generally have great success. But those that have great success may be failures. You see, humans might build up great wealth and they look at that as a success. But if they don't use that wealth to help others, then that great success becomes a failure because it is only how your soul reacts to your successes and failures that is important. If you're on your life plan, then you are having many successes. It may seem to you that you're failing in many areas, but that's not really the way it is. The whole purpose of your returning was to succeed on your life plan and return to heaven, having learned the lessons that you selected before you returned and advancing in the realms. You're all born not realizing that there are realms in heaven. You don't realize when you're born that you have a life plan. But as you grow older and more mature, your guides give you information. They lead you on the road to success. You can make many decisions that result in failure. You make many decisions that take you from your life plan, and those are failures. It is only when you change your mind and decide that you are going to help others, that you're going to live a good life, that you're going to do all that you can to advance my teachings, that you will obtain true success. Don't let others tell you what your failures are, because only you can determine that. There may be things happening in your life that will look like failure, but will result in success. There will be successes in your life that will result in failure. The only true way to success is following my words and my teachings. Every week, I tell you to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you follow those words, you will succeed in what is really important. You will succeed in following my teachings. You will succeed in doing what is required to return a success when you arrive in heaven. I want you to think about things this week. I want you to think about the failures that you had in your life and how you responded to them. It is not necessary to continue failing. Make up a resolution that you are going to focus on being a success. And that success will be based on a foundation of following my teachings. Many of you have done many, many failures in the past. Many of them have been things that we look down upon very badly. But you must change. The past is behind you. The failures of the past are behind you. And you can look at many, many successes in the future. It is up to you how you do that. So you see, life can become very simple. It's looking at your failures and deciding not to do it, not to fail again. Look at what you can do to improve your life every day. Look what you can do to improve the life of others. Look what you can do to all of those around you to help them succeed. It is only through the success of each and every one that humans can advance. So simply follow my words, follow the golden rule, look at your failures, and decide that you are not going to repeat them. Do what you must do to help others. Be above the discontent of others. Be positive, show love for me, and you will find the ultimate success when you return home. So I bless all of you. I do this every week. I'm going to return again next week with more messages. I hope that you tell your friends about it, and I hope that you decide that success is the path you want to follow. So goodbye. I love all of you. I will see you next week. Thank you, Father. Another very important message. I'm Barry Strohm. All of my messages, or all God's messages, are on our YouTube channel in my name. Tell your friends about them, listen to them, subscribe to the channel. There's over 330 videos there that will help you succeed. So thank you. Thank you for listening. We will return again next week.